Hey guys, today I think we will have a fun little video, or I guess it's not little because it's more than what I usually film. I think it's like 28 minutes. Anyways, but yeah, we will be drawing Pokemon and switching some things or techniques because why not? Also, one thing I wanted to mention is a huge thanks to you guys for 10k subscribers, which is kind of wild. Another thing I wanted to mention is I've been saying I will have my store open soonish, and yeah, at the start of the video you might have seen some sneak peeks of things I will have in my store. And another thing I did, I opened my Patreon, so if you want something now, it's up, it's open. I already showed this month's card. It is these cute little pastry crabs because I love food, and that's something that I wanted to share. I don't know. And also, if you stick with me at the end of this video, these two Pokemon guys are available as wallpapers on my Patreon for this month, so that's kind of nice because I really like them and I just wanted to share them with you guys, so yeah. As you can see, I'm drawing as usual with my red pencil for the sketch and then going in with the Ohuhu markers, but I decided at the end when I finished that it could be cool to elevate these two pieces more with digital art. So I scanned these two and then I went into Procreate and just experimented a little bit and just tried to make them, I don't know, better. Yeah, I don't know, it's fun for me to experiment with different kinds of mediums. I always do it. I think you can see it a lot in the videos as well. But today, why I decided to do it is, in my mind, I really want to elevate, take a step further in my art, and I feel like I'm a bit in like a nice stagnant zone right now. But I don't know, my dream in the future is kind of to have like an art book. I don't know how far it is in the future, but I would love that one day. So I'm just thinking of, I guess I should go out of my comfort zone. And this isn't really going out of my comfort zone because I've done this in the past, but I guess I was a bit too lazy to do it more. So yeah, I decided to do these digitally as well, and I love how they look. Okay, so my idea was to have two pieces in my big sketchbook, which is A4 for a page, and on this one page we have Rayquaza, I think that's how you say it, not sure, and we're drawing him now. I decided to to just experiment more with the shape, with how I can still keep the Pokemon, of course, so like you recognize it, but kind of have it in my style. So I just decided to make him more dragon-like-ish. I mean, he looks like a rocket dragon, I don't know, but I just wanted some nicer arms, and I made his horns or whatever that is longer and more interesting. And then basically everything else I think I kind of kept the same. And I wanted a flowy vibe, and for one of the pieces I wanted to be more bright, more airy, and the second one I wanted more dark, more moody, and I think I got that. Yeah, and also to this one I decided that I want to add Turtwig as my, you know, little guy, because I usually have like a tiny guy somewhere. And yeah, later you will see little Turtwig, and honestly I am in love with that guy because he's so cute and I think he's my favorite Pokemon. Tell me which one is your favorite Pokemon, maybe I should draw some. Anyways, I think one of my green markers was drying out a little bit, so I was struggling blending some things out, so I had to switch, but I don't think you can even see that. As usual, I'm just going from a very light layer to darker layers. That also just helps me, even if some layers are way too light and I know I will go way darker after. It's just nicer for my brain to figure out where I want the contrast and where things will go. So as well for the other one, you will see how light it was at the start and how dark we're going after. Oh, I also love where I added the reds, because red and green is just chef's kiss. Anyways, why did I go with the digital approach? You know me, I love textures, but this time I realized that I could add more to these pieces. I really tried to have this contrast even with the markers, but I feel like I couldn't get it far enough, so I decided to do that digitally because I wanted his head to pop, but it's like, okay, I like the drawings as well as digital as traditional ones, but I really like them as digital ones. I didn't do everything digitally. It's not like I just copied and painted a whole new thing. I just went over my scan of this one because I just love the textures and the flowiness and the lines of the original one. So I just went over some places, made some things darker, added some effects, I guess, and made his head pop more. Yeah, I don't know. So it's always fun to experiment, and I think I will do this more in the future. Let me know if you like it. I think there's always pros and cons for digital and traditional art. I think for traditional it's always, I don't know, the sketching phase gives you more flowiness, more dynamic poses. Your characters won't be stiff, because at least for me, sometimes if I start already digitally, they tend to lose this flowy vibes as well, like with the sketch. It's so nice to see all the different line weights. I don't know, I really like sketching on paper because I think for beginners paper is nicer. It gives you in a way more control and more freedom, even though you might think yes, digitally you can go back all the time, but it doesn't give you the confidence if you would draw on paper. Especially, you know, you can always try painting with a pen, because you can't go back, so then you have to learn how to do things correctly, I guess. But it just also makes you draw faster, makes you more confident. I don't know, I just like drawing on paper. So yeah, but digitally what I like is that you can always add a lot of effects, you can play around with colors, you can always change stuff, you're not really stuck. So I don't know, I was thinking like, why can't I do it with my traditional pieces, because nobody said you can't. And a lot of people are doing it anyway, so yeah. Here's my little Turtwig guy. Guys, I love him so much. Please comment that you love Turtwig as well, because I don't know, he's so adorable. I can't. He's just there for the composition because I needed to put something on top there, and I added kind of like a light beam sparkle there as well. At first I was gonna go with like a traditional red dot, but I decided since we're going for a light theme, then I will just put something bright there to keep the focus on its head. Of course I'm going over as well with my acrylic pencils to just have the extra pop, and as you can see sometimes I go over it also with my finger, and it's just to blend it a little bit more, since if you go with it then you have a very harsh line, and while it's still wet I just go over with my finger to smooth it out, to blend it. I don't know, just something that you can do if you don't like the harsh lines. And then of course I'm going over with my pencil. So after this we will see what I did digitally. I don't know, it looks cool. I also love the textures that you can get digitally as well, like for example some halftones. Okay, here we are at the digital stage. It's gonna be really short, but I hope you can see things. I wish I had a better quality video, but I forgot to change it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm adding more colors. I wanted it to be kind of more green, but then I decided on not doing it really because it threw me off a bit, and I did add a little bit of purples, made the heads pop more. I tried to make the sparkle better, but I couldn't figure out how. And yeah, I don't know, I just did a little bit of detail rendering some places, and I left the tail more in the misty vibes. I don't know, I think it's cute. And I added this cool flare to the eye, so it really pops and our attention goes to the head. So our second Pokemon is Xerneas. I think that's how you say it. Again, I have no clue on how you actually say these names, but I just think these Pokemon were super cute. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we actually did a poll in Patreon where you guys chose who I should draw. There were some other options, but the top two were these guys. That's why we're drawing this. Again, I'm starting with the red pencil sketch because I like it. I like how the red always pops out whenever I go with my markers. Actually, especially with the markers, because with acrylics or gouache it doesn't show as much, but it's still super nice. So for this one, as I said, I started quite light. Just because I was trying to figure out how I would go with this one, because for the other one I knew I wanted just like a cloudy-ish background, but for this one I had no clue. I just decided that we will do the waves because I love the waves, so he will be in the water. And you might see that I did his horns a bit differently as well. He has more rigid ones, but I really wanted some flowiness in there, so I got inspiration from another piece I did with, I think it was with a goat, and the horns will be flowy. So yeah, I decided to do the wave and kind of do what I did in my previous video, where it's just like a nice dark green transition. And again, I wanted to keep the focus on the head, so I went dark where his head is, but I am just doing random colors to have some type of layers in there, because the flowy horns, I just wanted them to kind of extend. So that's why with this blue color I'm just making some flowy lines, I guess, from the previous color. I don't know how to explain it. I also accidentally dropped it, so now there's a blue spot, but it's easily fixable. But yeah, there's just a blue spot now there. Yeah, I think this part is always super satisfying, just to draw lines. I don't know, it's so meditative. But yeah, again, for this character I switched some things up. I made the horns more flowy, I made his face a bit different, I think. I made his legs a tiny bit different, but not really, I don't know. He's a bit chunkier, or I guess deer-like, but he already was deer-like, so I don't know. To be honest, I think this is my favorite piece. I really love the colors that I got also when I went over digitally. I really like it as well traditionally. It took me a while, these two pieces. Also, I guess we're doing backgrounds today that I don't usually do. I used to do them a lot before, but somehow I just went away from them, and I don't know, I should bring them back maybe. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I would love to hear your opinion. But yeah, it was a bit daunting to do this, especially I've never done a full-on background with markers, so it was kind of a huge challenge for me, but I think we did good. So I might just do this in the future and also combine traditional with digital. Yeah, also a heads up for Patreon, the pastry cards will only be available for August, so I think I still need to update my Patreon because I think I forgot to write down when I'm shipping them, but I'm gonna ship them on the first day or first week of the next month. So for these ones it's gonna go on 1st September or somewhere there, and then you can get the cute pastries and a little note from me, of course. The digital stuff that I did for this piece was also, again, to make the head really pop. I really wanted the horns to kind of have like a glowy vibe, and I couldn't really make it with the traditional ones. I still tried to make it pop, but I just wanted that glowy shine. Add some layers, add some sparkles, not really sparkles, but just some light on the face, and also some textures in the waves. Oh, and I also added like a reflection because I forgot to do that traditionally here. I just went over the water. I think I tried to do it, but just with too much dark, I guess. So I went over and just made like a reflection. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the process and my rambling. I truly think that this time I rambled about absolutely nothing. So I hope you enjoyed my voice and my random sentences, but most importantly, I hope you enjoyed the results and the Pokemons, and let me know which ones you want to see in the future. I will definitely do some more. And yeah, also let me know if you like the traditional and digital combo, so I can feel more confident in doing it in the future as well. Yeah, I hope you have a nice week and a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Voiceover Caro is out, and I'll let you watch the end of this video alone. Bye!